Hello everyone, welcome to another Minecraft Redstone tutorial video. This video is a pretty special one, as this is probably my most anticipated redstone contraptions. Hundreds of people have been asking me to make a tutorial for it, and it's now finally here. As you saw in the beginning, you can do some crazy stuff with this door, and you may notice that this one's a bit smaller. That's because that one might take a bit longer to do a tutorial, but that does not mean it's complicated. This door actually does not get any more complicated the bigger it is. You can make this from bottom of the world all the way to the top, and it'll be the same amount of complexity and almost the same amount of lag when opening and closing the door as a tiny one like this one. Well, this is still a very big door. It's a 10 by 10, and it works just like the other one, but this one's actually a bit more compact. The other one was the older design. I've compacted this door a bit more and made it a bit faster. So the opening is pretty similar to a normal sand door, but the closing is what is very special, and it is the fact that it is pretty much instant. As you can see, there is no command blocks at all, and how this works is it's not magic, but it's actually a couple bugs. I'll be showing you how they work over here. But first, you can see how the blocks are stored, as they all fall into this one block, and they are kept as an entity. So I can walk through these, and they actually stay there. So because these are entities, they actually do create some lag. So you don't want to open this constantly. You might want to hook it up to a pulse extender so that when you press the button, it stays open until you go through and then closes after a certain amount of time. So now I'll explain how this door works. So this relies on two bugs. The first one is a lot of people may have heard about, but it's very interesting. As you can see, I am standing inside the scaffolding in all these blocks. And if you go to here, I am in the blocks, and they are just pretty much air. And the reason this happens is because Minecraft Bedrock treats piston heads as entities, and these are also entities. And you can't even break these unless you break the piston underneath them. And so when the block lands on these sand block or any other gravity block such as anvil, scaffolding, or concrete powder lands on these, it thinks it's on an entity, and basically it thinks it's not touching any blocks at all. So it lands and it doesn't break, and it stays as an entity, which does not take up any space. And that's how we were able to store all these on top of these carpets. Then the second bug relies on a bug that was created to remove other bugs. And this one is that I have a piston and a sticky piston. As you can see, they behave differently because a sticky piston pulls the block. This one does not, and it just falls. So what happens is because carpets are 1 pixel thick, when the piston gets pushed into the sand blocks, a piece of the concrete powder clips in with the piston, which makes it to think that there is a sand or gravity block in its vicinity. Then what happens is when the piston head retracts, it thinks, oh, there's a gravity block, I have to put it right here. And when it does that, it puts one right here, but does all the other ones inside of it at the same time, which places them all in a straight line, straight up at an instant. So as you can see it happening. So they all get put here, and if you look closely, it's clipping right there with the piston. Then the piston gets pushed in, and then when it retracts, it brings all the sand back up to here. And you don't even need this frame. That's just to make it look better. So technically, this is a hipster door too. And with the combination of those two bugs, you can make this amazing door, and also instant redstone lines if you have something down at ground level and you want to power something instantly all the way up, which is very, very useful. And first, I'm going to be doing a block by block tutorial on how to make this contraption. So what you first want to do is grab pistons, and this is a 10 by 10 door. And also in the world download, you'd see a slow step-by-step of the creation of this door, and I'll be giving a few extra information that might be useful in this video. So first, you want to place your 10 pistons like so. Then you want to grab your carpets and place them across. Now I'm using carpets because they're pretty cheap, but you can also use anything, like anything that's below half a block. So half slides will work, repeaters, anything like that, but I'm using carpets because they look nicer. Then what you want to go is you want to place a block here, go across, then get some redstone dust, place across like this, then get another row of blocks, place it across, then place 2 blocks out like this, have redstone line going across that. Then what you want to do is you want to go out 2 blocks like this, place every other block until you get to here. Then you want to come here and place a block like that, a comparator going into that block, a dropper facing this way and a dropper facing that way. You don't have to put any items in that yet. Then, I think I placed these in the wrong spot. Just give this a second. Like that. And then you're going to want to get repeaters. And these are all on 3 ticks to make it easier to remember. Then you're going to want to go above and place blocks across. Place redstone dust. Then you're going to want to go up again. Place redstone dust across again. Oops, looks like I actually miscounted. My bad. Just shave these off. Made it a bit too long. Which is not a problem, but for this tutorial I'll make it a simple 10 by 10. Then you're going to want to get sticky pistons and place a wall of them like this. Actually, I'm going to do the wiring first. You're going to put a block right here, a piston coming out like this with a server, a block right here. Then even though the piston comes like this, it looks like it's not connecting, but it actually is. It's just a visual glitch. Then you're going to want to come here, 2 4-tick repeaters, 2-tick, a piston that goes up this way, piston like that, then want a piston coming out this way. I think what's that? We need a block actually. Sorry for the mistake. This can come like that. Piston with observer facing upwards into this block. And what we're gonna want to do is place a row of pistons like this. Then you're going to want to get pistons again across. And then the blocks that are the same as your floor. Then you can come right here, get a redstone torch, a torch tower up to this block. Then what you're going to want to do is connect this up right here, 3-tick repeater, and that should connect. What you can do is you can put a block here and make sure it functions, which it does. Then what you're going to want to do is get a redstone torch right here, redstone dust there. Now this is powered because this is pointing in all directions, so make sure you don't redirect it like that, else it won't power. It can't be facing this direction. You just have to make sure it's powering that block. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put any item. I'll just use a random one. And as you can see, now that is powered. Then what you're going to want to do is get a lever and place it on this block, or it can actually be anywhere as long as you power this line. So just for demonstration, I could put it here. As you can see, the door should function. That's perfect. I'm going to put it back here. Then you're going to want to power the lever. It should open like this. And what you now have is the door when it's extended and otherwise closed. So this is going to be your floor level. So then what you're going to want to do, because it's a 10 by 10 door, go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you're going to have one corner block. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put another block here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that should align perfectly with the floor, with your floor height. Then you can fill in the rest of the floor like this. Then what you're going to want to do is grab anything. So you could grab any gravity block. For this, I'll be using white concrete powder. And you're going to want to slowly fill this up. Then what you're going to want to do is test out the door one more time. And there is it closed. Make sure the opening works. And that's really it. One also very cool thing is that you can grab, like do a simple drawing. So if you go right here, and because it's concrete powder, it's going to be a bit annoying. But let's say, for example, we have that green block there, and it is up in that corner. You can close the door and reopen it, and it won't stay in the exact same spot. So you can actually do a simple drawing, a smiley face, or maybe words that you can put on these doors, and it will stay in the same spot. And I will be providing a world download, and if you want to, you can do a step-by-step on this world. I have a footprint of how much space you'll need, and it also has all my other redstone contraptions from all my other videos if you want to check those out. And it also has lots of step-by-step tutorials if you want to. And this will slowly expand. Over here I have some, I'm planning to do some tutorial videos for how to get better at redstone step-by-step and how to think. And eventually this will be some place that people can become better at redstone and learn some pretty cool things and build stuff in their world. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing. See you guys in the next video.